Okay, hello everybody and welcome to the Styles UK Friday lunchtime live. I am on my own today. You won't be hearing Beth's voice in the background. So if you are watching live with me today, then please do leave a comment. Let me know that you're watching, where you're from, what your business name is. Come along and have a bit of a conversation with me about it. Today I am talking all things festive printing. And I am very excited about this because we're going to be doing something a bit different with these Christmas designs today. Now, it's a well-known fact in our office that I'm not the most festive of people. I like Christmas, I like the build up to it, I enjoy the day, but I don't necessarily jump on all of the hypes when it comes to things like that. So, coming from me, this is going to be a pretty exciting live, and you know I mean it when I say that because of my feelings towards everything Christmas related. Now, we're going to be touching on some of your more typical Christmas designs today, but we're also going to be putting some bit more businessy related stuff into the mix, which I'm very excited about. And I'm going to give you a bit of a sneak peek because I did do some pre-live fusing today to make some social content for all of you. So things like this t-shirt. Now, I will go ahead and say, before we dive too deep into this live, I know I'm going to get a lot of questions on the designs that we're using today, if they're available online, if you guys can use them, customize them. And the answer to that question is yes, but not yet. They are coming very, very soon. So if you're watching today's live, you are getting a sneak preview as to what is coming for the festive season for heat printers. So things like this t-shirt right here, this is like a mechanic style t-shirt. It's got all of the spanners and screwdrivers, whatever they are, that's not my field. But obviously it's then got a brand logo on the bottom of it, which I think is super, super cool. Now, of course, I had to go with Styles Hottronics, the people that make our heat presses, because this is much more relevant for them than it is for our generic Styles logo. So I thought that was super, super cool. So yeah, just different things like this that are going to allow you to make more profit this Christmas. And the reason that we're talking about this today is because you can heat print cute things like this all day long. Like, don't get me wrong, this is adorable. I love this. It's beginning to look a latte like Christmas. I'm a coffee lover. I'm a coffee snob. So this is totally something that I would love to use and wear and would buy. However, there is so much more opportunity in the market for apparel decorators to be making money aside from just your classic Christmas tees, tote bags, accessories, gifts, things like that. So we are going to be diving deep into different areas of the market that you can touch on with your business to increase those profits. Now, let's have a look at who's joining us today. We have Darren, who joins us every Friday. Hello, Darren. How are you? We've got Armchair Detective. I'm here this week. Hooray. Fantastic. So we've got our regular viewers with us, which is great. Who have we got on Instagram? Oh, we've got quite a few of you. We've got Rena Print. We've got the Irish House Cafe. We've got loads of people with us. Fantastic. So I'm going to get started with one of my personal favorites of this collection, I have to say. And like I said, these are exclusive early access views that you're having to these designs today. They're not 100% available yet. And to be honest, we might make some tweaks and changes to improve them. So I am doing this super, super early, but I couldn't wait any longer. And of course, we need to get all of you prepped and ready for the Christmas season. So I have a tray over here behind me. Instagram can't see it too well, but everyone watching on YouTube and Facebook can. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different prints to heat apply with you all today. So I'm going to start with the first one being, let's go for this one. So market number 1. Oh, we've had a comment on Instagram. Who is this? Good afternoon. Hello to everyone watching on Instagram. Thank you for joining me today. So today we're going to start with this print right here. Now, this one is angling more towards coffee shops, okay? So if you have coffee shops in your local area, if you have cafes, anything like that, this is the kind of template you're going to want to be using and pitching to them this year. It's something festive. It's something very, very relatable. When you see this, you automatically think Christmas. However, it will have a gap in there for you to insert the logo. So obviously I've added in Styles as our brand for today, but you can add in whichever brand or customer has requested this artwork from you, even your own print business if you like. Then what we've done is customized the top part of this template so that it's Christmas related but also cafe themed. So we've got the little red coffee cup here, we've got a little hot chocolate, starfish, I think gingerbread, candy cane. So it's very on brand and on theme for a cafe or a coffee shop, but it's festive, it's got their branding on it, it's wishing their customers a happy Christmas. It's something that the staff would be excited to wear for their shift in that particular cafe. So today we are going to heat apply this one. Now, when I made this one, I should have, in theory, put like a black logo in here because I wanted to put it on like a white t-shirt. Can't do that now because we've put the White Styles logo in there. So we've gone in the middle and we're going to go for a grey, which I think will be okay. And to be honest with you, I quite often see like black, white and grey and navy seem to be like the four most popular colours when it comes to like cafe restaurant kind of work. So we'll go with that today. Who else is watching today? We've got Adinkra Crafts. Hello, how are you? Adinkra Crafts came to our winter warm-up event last week, and I was super lucky to be able to just spend a bit of time with her and film a bit of video. So that will be coming very soon, Ruth, don't you worry. Okay, so we've threaded our t-shirt on to the heat press, and of course we're using the Fusion IQ today, so that threadability is built right in. I'm not going to go on a Molly rant today because I don't have Beth here to calm me down. However, I will say one thing. If you are heat printing, please do not heat print like this. If you have a heat press with built-in threadability, which you should all have, by the way, please, please, please use the threadability for quality, for accuracy, just everything. It's there for a reason. We invented it for a reason. So threading that t-shirt on, pulling the thick collar off of here as well. And then we're just going to apply the heat press heat for a bit of a preheat. So just bring it down for 5 seconds. It allows us to check our pressure as well. So we're on a 4, which is perfect. Lift that press up, and now our t-shirt is ready to be heat applied. Who else have we got? We've got Spotlight Merchandise joining us on YouTube. Hello, how are you? How are you doing today? Who else have we got on Instagram? There's loads of you joining me. Oh, this is amazing. Thanks so much for joining me today, everybody. Okay, next up is time to take our cafe themed branded Christmas design. Okay, so this is an A3, I believe. Yes, this is an A3. So we're just going to place this directly onto our t-shirt. We're going to do 3 fingers down from the neckline. Now this is a big full print. If it was any bigger, I would definitely maybe go a bit closer to the neckline. I have got a jumper over there actually, which I can reach for in a minute to show you what I mean. But depending on the size of the print that they want, you can sometimes get away with going a little bit closer to the neckline, but the general rule of thumb for perfect placement is 3 fingers down from the top of the seam. So we've got enough space today with this design to do that. I'm just going to turn my back to you for a second to make sure that we get this design straight. I should have used the Pro Place IQ really, but you know, we're here now with the Fusion, so we'll keep going. So Ultra Color Max Direct to Film Transfer I opted for today because I only needed a few of each design, and for short runs the best transfer to use is of course our Ultra Color Max DTF, and this applies at 145 degrees for 12 seconds. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to lock that press down, counts down for us, which is super handy. The pressure is still on a 4, which is the light end of medium, which is fine. Perfect. Lift that up, and then this is a hop heel transfer, hence why I didn't put any release paper down. So we're just going to pull that carrier off, and you can see there's nothing left on there at all. That is perfectly clean. Toss that to the side, and here you have your finished t-shirt. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I honestly love this design. I can actually see people working in a cafe or a coffee shop wearing this. Maybe they've got like the little half aprons to match maybe, but yeah, I just love that. And the quality of it as well is just so good. It's excellent. I'll try and get it to focus for you all. There we go. There's so much detail in here. And like I said, we might change a few things on these designs before we give them to you guys just to improve them, but I'm pretty happy with how this looks, to be honest. So comment below, let me know your thoughts. What do you think of this cafe t-shirty coffee shop design? Would you recommend this to your customers? Is this something that you would offer them? Do you have many customers that are in that field? Is that something you're going to be approaching this Christmas? Let me know in the comments. We've got Peter Hinkson on Facebook. Hello from Inspirational Gifts. Hello, thank you for joining us today. We've got so many of you coming in on Instagram as well. This is fantastic. So here we go. This is our first print of the day, our festive cafe coffee shop print. And I absolutely love that. So yeah, comment below, let me know your thoughts on this one. And we're going to move on to the second. Okay, which one do we want to do next? Let's stick with the same kind of design, the same theme, but let's move it on over to a different industry. So still in the restaurant industry, I should say, but just a different type. So we customized this design to have like little cups on it, cafe, like hot chocolates, biscuits, that kind of thing. The next one we're going to do is for pubs and restaurants. So we've customized this one to have beer, champagne, we've got coffee cup there, we've got the chicken, Christmas pudding, yeah, just like a few different festive ideas. And again, this one is white. These will be available in black and white. So depending on obviously what you want to do, you can opt to have the white design on a black t-shirt or the black design on a white or grey colour, whatever it is your customer wants. We've had a comment from Riggs Media Group who wants to know, does it come in bar humbug version? I am pretty sure the answer to that is a no, but I will put it forward to the design team and let them come up with something. But if you have any ideas, do let me know, do share them, because I would love to see what you come up with for that. That's quite funny. So yes, this is the second design of the day. So we're going to heat print this one onto a black shirt. Now we have got the little black elements to this transfer, which mean that they might be a little bit disappeared in the t-shirt. So realistically, you could have this as like show through. You didn't necessarily need that. But if you are putting it on a t-shirt that's not black and you want that, then of course, that's why it's there. So taking our black t-shirt, which I think is probably the most classic color for bar workers, restaurant workers, even cafe and coffee shop, to be honest with you, just all black with either the apron or the branding, the logo, stuff like that. So probably your most used color. We've got Comfy and Cozy on with us on YouTube. Good afternoon. Hello, thanks for joining us today. What is everyone up to this Friday? Are you in your print shop? Are you heat pressing? Are you having a day off, spending it with family? Are you prepping for Christmas? Let me know. Let's swing this back round. 5-second pre-press with diffusion, super quick and easy. Automatically changes timers so you don't have to think about changing it yourself. And I would definitely forget the pre-press if it didn't tell me to, so I love this feature. Okay, taking our second design. Who have we got on Instagram? We've got True Vibes Clothing, who says, always love watching your lives. Oh, thank you very much. We love having you with us every Friday as well. Okay, so, what's Comfy and Cozy? I'm loving all these comments, everyone, today. You're keeping me company for today's live. Thank you. Comfy and Cozy says, what are transfers like on pile type garments, such as Christmas pajamas? That is a fantastic question. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't tried it. So I will get back to you on that. I'll do a bit of research. I'll maybe test print a couple. But if you have any at home and you want to test print, by all means, go ahead. Send us the pictures. We can help with that. But yeah, haven't tried that one. That's interesting. Okay, placing our transfer down. Again, measuring 3 fingers from the neckline. Just going to be rude for a second and get it nice and straight. And hot peel, no release paper. You can technically use release paper with these products because it is best practice to, you know, make sure that it's on there. And if you are using cold peel, you don't want to get in the habit of not using it. But as Matt from Print Pro UK would say, I do always scramble for my release paper on the live. And today I have no one to hand it to me. So we're just going to have to go with hot peel, no release paper today, people. Peel that off. Oh, that is the most satisfying feeling in the world. Who agrees with me? Peeling off a hot peel carrier is just the best thing ever. I love it. Okay, here is t-shirt number 2. I hold it up a bit for those on YouTube. Absolutely love that. That is brilliant. So this, like I said, is more of the restaurant bar kind of t-shirt that you would go for. Styles wishes you a Merry Christmas. So it could be, I don't know, let's think of some pub names. Everyone has like a Red Lion. Everyone has, oh, what are some pub names? Help me out here, people. We'll go with that. Red Lion wishes you a Merry Christmas, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Absolutely adore that. I think this design is so cute. So for those of you, I can see lots of people still popping up on Instagram and joining as we go. So I'm just going to recap what we're doing today. So we are heat printing for Christmas, but we're doing more of a business and company-based one. So things like cafes, how you can really make sure that you are servicing your customers throughout the Christmas period with these designs rather than just doing gifts and, you know, your classic Christmas stuff like tote bags. We're really making sure you can cater to all of these big markets. So cafes and coffee shops. And then we've, of course, just done our restaurants and bars t-shirt. I love that. I think that's fantastic. What size is that? It's a medium. Amazing. I might have to steal that one. I love it. Who have we got? Comfy and Cozy says the Stag and Horn. Very good. Yes, I'm pretty sure we all have one of those in our town. Right. Moving on. So they are the two main ones I wanted to get across to you today. Christmas designs, customizable for which kind of restaurant, cafe industry you're working in. Customizable logo that you'll be able to put your customers in or yours, whatever you want to do. True Vibes Clothing says, is this the Ultra Color Max? This is the Ultra Color Max DTF transfers we're using today. Like I said earlier, because I only needed like 5 or 6 of different designs, I just needed one. So I just printed them in Ultra Color Max direct to film. But I will say, if you are printing these for your higher volume customers, you are going to need more than one. You are definitely going to need more than 10. So let's think about how many staff realistically you have in a restaurant. So let's say behind the bar you have 2 to 3 people. In the actual restaurant bit, you have maybe 4 to 5. You might have a couple in the kitchen that want some as well, front of house staff, things like that. So let's say 10 staff per shift. You might have 2 to 3 shifts per day, right? So that's 20 or 30, and then you have to times that by 7, because if somebody's working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they're not going to want to wear the same t-shirt every single day because it will smell. They're going to want a new t-shirt, and companies will be more than happy to pay the extra to have excess festive shirts for their team so that they have the uniform they need. That's what you need to be thinking about when we're looking at these designs. Who are you marketing them at? Which companies in your local area can you go after? How many are they going to need? And calculate your price and profit before that. So, like I say, if you're doing 20 to 30 people per day times by how many days there are in that week or how many shifts they have, then that is a minimum of, I don't know, let's say between 100 and 200 shirts per week, right? You aren't going to want to do Ultra Color Max DTF for those because that's not the best way to get the best price for your business. So what I would recommend you do, if it's a full color heat transfer and you want more than 10, you want Ultra Color digital heat transfers. And the reason for this is because the more you order with Ultra Color, the lower that price gets. So you have price breaks at 10, 50, 100, 125, 150, it goes up constantly. So the more you order, the lower that price gets, which means you can order still an amazing quality product. Ultra Color is one of the softest feeling transfers in the world. Plus you can have the price point, which allows you to make more profit on those jobs. And you can give your customer a better price if that's what they're after and help you to secure that job. So that's what you should do if you're using full color designs, something like this one, because obviously we've got, even just in like this beer can, is that in focus? Yeah. Even in this beer can, there are like gradients and blends. That's not one color, that's like a fade. So there's probably, I don't know, like 10 colors in this minimum anyway, plus all of the other ones that you've got on here. So even though the bulk of this print is white, I would still order this as an Ultra Color heat transfer. However, if you are just doing, say you take out the themed part and you literally just have it as that, like the festive design. Let me see if I can fold this. If you have it like that, like the festive design with just like the Merry Christmas part, then that would be a screen printed heat transfer or an Inktra heat transfer. So for cafes, restaurants, pubs, anything like that, Inktra is the way to go, because the minimum order for this is 50, but it's the best way to get the best price, and it's the best quality single color feel on the market. This is a new heat transfer product for us, and the feedback that we've had so far is that you all absolutely love it. It is the softest feeling product. It's a hot peel transfer as well, which is amazing, and it has a clear carrier. So you can see exactly like what I was doing there with the Ultracolor Max, exactly what you get for Ultracolor digital transfers. You get that clear carrier with screen print as well, which is amazing. So you no longer have to deal with like the paper with the white ink that you can't really see, worrying if you're getting it straight. That's not an issue anymore if you use Inktra for these higher volume customers. So yeah, there's an option for whichever type of customer you are using and whichever transfer design you need. So that's just a bit of information about the different transfer types. Hope that answered your question. Who else have we got? We've got Comfy and Cozy again says, and Christmas is going to be a larger turnover due to the rush. That's good, right? It might be a busy time, but if you're making more money, that's exactly what we want. We want your businesses to grow. We want your businesses to be successful. I've just realized I've been talking for 20 minutes and we've only done 2 applications. So I'm going to speed this up and we're going to do another one. So let's now show you how to heat apply onto the more like mechanic-y design that we've got. So this is like a Christmas tree made out of spanners, which is super cool. And then I've put our Styles Hottronics logo on this because obviously everyone's got, the people that make our heat presses have to use equipment like that. So I figured I would make this and gift it to one of the guys that literally manufactures the transfers and heat presses behind this wall. So this time we're gonna go with a sweatshirt. Now the reason I opted for this is because if you're, say for example, you go into like a car service place and a mechanic like wants one of these, or you want to kit out your entire team, then you aren't necessarily always going to want a t-shirt because they have the doors open and in the winter it's cold. So you want to be able to offer them a variety of garments, right? So we've got the design here for mechanics, and we are going to be putting that onto a sweatshirt. Now this is an Audis sweatshirt. This is just hoods, and this is the JH030. Can everyone see? There we go. This is one of my personal faves. It's super cozy, but they have actually just sent us some of their new stuff to test, which I'm not going to do in today's video. You'll have to follow us on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube to be the first to see that. But yeah, I'm super, super excited to show you their brand new sweatshirt because I'm a sucker for this one. I love it, but I will have to say the new one beats this. It's my new favorite. So again, threading, separate the top and the bottom layers, thread it onto the press and pull that neckline off. People always ask me why I push it like straight on like this so that the seam is on the platen. And that's so that I can make sure the shoulder seams are straight so that when I come round and pull it off, I know that I have a perfectly straight garment on this platen. Same goes for if you're using the Pro Place. We get a lot of people ask us, how do you know if the t-shirt is put on straight? Like the projection might be spot on, but if the t-shirt's wonky, it's still going to be a wonky print. Technically, yes, you're correct, but there are ways that you can do that. Like I said, if you push the t-shirt the whole way on, or the sweatshirt even, you can just pull this backwards straight and you know that everything there is going to be perfectly straight, and you can just have it so that your collar's just off there and it will be perfect every time. So that's a top tip. We have another comment on YouTube. It says, would we be able to contact Styles and say, I have X number of product to press, the logo or design is this, can you advise? Yes, so basically what we're gonna do with these designs is put them up as templates on EasyView. So what you'll be able to do is exactly the same as how you currently order your transfers. You'll go on there, you'll select your transfer type, whether it be Ultracolor Digital or Inktra or screen print, whatever you want. And then you'll be able to replace this logo here. So take the Styles one out and put whatever you want in there. And then you'll be able to order however many you want, whether that's 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, 200, 5,000, if you so wish. I don't know what kind of pubs have that many staff, but you never know. So yes, that is basically what we're going to do. They will be templates, they will be customizable, and they will be on EasyView. We have another question on Instagram that says, what is the difference between the screen print that goes up to 5 colors to your new Inktra one? Is there any difference in the feel? So the main difference between our screen print transfers and our Inktra transfers is that Inktra is a hot peel transfer, whereas our screen print transfers are not. They are a cold peel. And Inktra transfers also have a clear carrier, similar to our Ultracolor Max. So if you are using the ProPlace, for example, you will 100% need Inktra over 1 to 5 color screen print. Inktra is a 1 color transfer at the moment, so you can only do 1 color jobs, whereas the 1 to 5 color screen, obviously you can do 1 to 5. I recommend 1 to 3 from a price point and then switching to Ultracolor, but you can do multiple colors in there. And then obviously full color blends is an Ultracolor job. The other reason for it is the pricing of it. So the minimum order for 1 to 5 color screen print is 10 sheets and the minimum order for Inktra is 50 sheets because this is designed for those higher volume jobs. So if you are doing 50, 100, 200, 500 in the thousands, you're going to get the best price on the market for the 1 color prints. And also the feel of them is the best thing I've ever felt from a transfer. It honestly just, it feels like it disappears into the garment. It obviously doesn't. You can still see it and it's very white and it's very opaque if you opt for white, for example, but it does just feel like part of the garment. You cannot really feel it on that t-shirt at all. So yes, I do believe that we are going to be adding Inktra into, or I think we have already added Inktra into our custom sample packs. So if you do want to try Inktra, but obviously don't want to place a test order of 50, then go online to custom.styles.co.uk. custom.styles on EasyView and search for sample in the menu bar and you can purchase a sample pack. I think it's like £12, so it's half price as to what it would normally be at the moment. And it gives you one of everything. So you can try a DTF, you can try an Ultracolor, you can try a 1 to 5 color screen, you can try an Inktra. Am I missing any? I think that's all of our transfers. We keep adding them and we've got so many at the moment. So yes, if you do want to try Inktra, then by all means do that. But that's the main difference. Hopefully that answers your question. And comfy and cozy, if you have any follow-up questions, do let me know. But I hope that what I said then answered your question as well about the templates and stuff that will be coming soon. Okay, let's heat print this one onto the sweatshirt. So I need to pre-press this because at the moment it's got wrinkles all over it, creases that we don't want, and it has been sat in a box behind this wall. So it's probably got moisture in it that we want to get rid of. Now, this is a sweatshirt, so it's a little bit thicker than the t-shirt. So our pressure's gone from a 4 to a 5, but that's fine because it's still medium pressure, so we're not worried about that. If it goes above 6, then we have to start adjusting. Okay, let's take our transfer, place it down. Now, because we have got the snowflake up here still quite close, I'm still going to go by the 3-finger rule and push it down a little bit. But obviously, if it started with the top of this spanner tree, then I would do it from the top of there. Bring it around. 12-second application. Pressure's still on a 5, which is perfect. Some of the detail in this design as well is quite fine, so I'll show you a close-up in a second. But when you look at the snowflakes and the little cogs that are on this, they are really fine. And the fact that we have even pressure and we have even heat across our heat press platen really helps us with that. So you can see here how detailed these are. Yeah, I just think this looks fantastic. What do we all think about this one? I love that. We have a comment on Facebook from Paul that says, you must have the best dressed staff with all of your transfers. We do, actually. We do get some questions sometimes about what we do with all of these products after we've printed them on the live, after we've made video content with them, and we do give them to our staff to wear, especially the people that make the transfers out the back, because they do get messy and covered in transfer ink. And we do also donate them as well. So don't worry, everyone. We don't just chuck them in the bin. We're not wasteful. We do donate and gift these as well. So yeah, to be honest with you, I'll probably give this one to somebody out the back because this is really cute. We like that. So yeah, this is, for example, one of the templates that you'll be able to customize, and you just swap out this logo at the bottom here for whatever the company is that you're doing it for. So I don't know, like an auto shop or Bodyworks or whatever the situation is with that. So that is number 3. So again, let's recap. We've got the first one we did, which was cafes and coffee shops, my personal favorite. Then we have this one, which I should be hanging these up really. Restaurants and bars. Love that one. That really stands out on the black, actually. That looks great. And then finally, we have just done the more like mechanic style one. So there we go. That's 3 of our industry customizable templates that will be coming soon to EasyView. I will say, if you are interested in using these templates for Christmas, then do make sure to sign up to our newsletter. If you go on styles.co.uk and then scroll to the bottom, there is a sign up button. This is without a doubt, the best way to know what's going on with Styles UK, with our products, with our free templates, anything like that. We do, of course, post a lot of content to social media, but it's impossible for us to post everything. So we do send out more detailed information in our newsletter. So please, 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 if you want all of the information, do sign up to that and you will be the first to know. Does anybody have any other questions while we're at this point in the live? I do still have 3 more things to heat print. So if you guys are all happy to stick around, I'm happy to keep pressing with you all today. I am super pleased with all the comments we've had. So thanks to everyone who has left comments, because I am, like I said, here on my own today. We don't have Beth with us for me to chit chat to. We have got Armchair Detective says no, full hour. I'll try my best. I've done 3 and it's been half an hour, so you never know. We will probably make the full hour. Okay, 3 more. Great. Yes, we have 3 more. And these ones aren't t-shirts and sweatshirts. So let's get into the more fun ones of the video. So firstly, I want to do I do the tote bag or do I do, let's do this one first. Let's do the apron. So say, for example, these ones, I'm not 100% sure if these are going to be the template ones or if we're going to change these or not. So don't take my word for it, but you get where I'm going with this. Santa stopped here for a coffee. So if you wanted a bit more of a festive design than the like subtle Christmas ones, you could go for something like this. You could put the brand name on the top of it. I think that might be a possible template. We'll see what happens with that. I'll keep you all posted on that one. But I thought that this was a bit of a test print that I did. So I figured it would be really fun to put it onto this apron so that if you were, for example, working in a cafe and you had your apron on, you could just take your transfer and have Santa stop here for a coffee as a bit of a like fun thing to wear. So we're going to heat print onto this next, and it's got a nice big pocket in here as well. So the first thing I'll say about this, obviously, is the shape of it. That won't be great for our pressure. So what we're going to do is put it on the pattern like that, and you'll be able to see that not only do we have the pocket here, like an extra layer of material and these seams that we need to contend with, but we also have the fact that this doesn't reach like over the platen. Hopefully on Instagram, everyone can see that. I'm just going to adjust you a little bit so that you can see what I'm saying. Can I zoom in? Oh, I can zoom in. Amazing. Okay, bear with me, everyone on Facebook. I'm just adjusting the Instagram camera. So this is too small for the platen. We've got some gaps here. So what we're going to do is take this off for a second and take this heat print pillow, which I've got here. Now, this is the biggest one that we do in the collection. This is the 40 by 51, and as you can see here, it covers, it's actually a little bit bigger than the heat press platen, but the actual pillow inside of it is 40 by 50 because obviously you can see here, it stops there, and then obviously the pressure of that end bit won't be as thick as the main pillow. So what I'm going to do is put this on here, and what this is going to do is allow us to place our apron on, but it's going to push, oh, let's thread that around there. It's going to push all of the additional like raised areas into the pillow, giving us a flat surface area for printing, which is exactly what we want. Now, I'm just going to remove this. Oh, we've had another Instagram comment. We have got Bright Impacts with us. Hello, thanks for joining me today. So I'm going to bring this press back round, and I'm going to kind of do a pre-press without anything on there, but I'm just going to lighten up the pressure on this because we've added quite a thick pillow under here, and it is going to impact our pressure. So we're just going to want to make sure that our pressure is lightened off, and it will be at a medium. So that's on a 2. So I'm just going to bring it down a little bit. Just check that again. That's on a 5. I think that'll probably be too much by the time we put our apron under there. That's on a 3. I reckon by the time we place our apron under there, that will be on a 4. So let's give this a go. So taking the apron, We're going to load it on to the press like this. I'm going to make sure to get rid of any bulky items that I don't necessarily need anyway. Just have the bare minimum that I can't really get away with moving on that platen. I'm just going to tuck that underneath to stop it from moving. See, threadability, even when you're not using a t-shirt, so handy. Okay, right. This is completely creased because it's been folded in a box since, I'm not going to lie, probably last Christmas. So we're just going to pre-press this. And I am actually going to use release paper. I found it, to protect the garment a little bit. So I'm just going to place this over where we are going to print. Oh, she's stuck. Bring this back round. And I'm just going to press back to the 5-second setting. Bring that down and just check the pressure. That is on a 5. So that's gone up 2 points just by putting the apron under there. So it's obviously quite a bit thicker than the t-shirt. It's probably similar to the sweatshirt, to be honest. Maybe even a bit more with the seam on here. Then we're going to take our Santa transfer. I do actually have another option for this. I didn't know whether or not to do this one, pour the holiday cheer, as like you could have that as like an at-home design if you were doing gifting, for example. But seeing as we're on the cafe restaurant kind of vibe today, we're going to stick with this one. Place it on here. Now, I do sometimes get a question about when I'm using the heat print pillows that I'm not placing this upside down now, I'm placing it the right way around. And because so many people are used to printing upside down and putting the transfer on with the neckline here, they say, well, how do you flip from one method to the other? You can still print this upside down. You could very easily just put the apron on the other way if you wanted to. But to be honest with you, I find it fairly easy to just kind of place it from both directions. So I'm just going to make sure that's in the middle. It's kind of easier on an apron as well because it does come in at the sides. You've got a better knowledge of like where the center is, whereas on a t-shirt it's harder because it kind of just is never ending and goes off the platen. Okay, we may as well utilize the release paper seeing as we found her. So let's pop her over the top, bring the press back round and lock it down for 12 seconds. That pressure is still on a 5, that's good. So the heat transfer and the release paper haven't affected the pressure that much, which is fantastic. Do we have any other comments coming in? No. Oh, I nearly forgot about my press. It's a good job that it beeps very loudly, otherwise that would have been probably scorched and overpressed. Just going to peel this off. Perfect. And as you can see there, perfectly clean carrier. And if I pull this off now, you can see that that has gone on there beautifully. There is no lifting. These text letters are quite fine as well. There's like no point of it lifting. And it was done right next to this big, thick seam pocket thing here. So you would definitely assume that, I'm just going to zoom Instagram back out again because that's very close to my face. You would assume that that would really impact the pressure, especially with the thicker seams that we have along here as well. But no, that has gone on there perfectly fine. And that is why we utilize heat print pillows. Okay, so just another thing for you all to remember. It's not just about offering your businesses t-shirts and sweatshirts. It is possible to offer them a range of things that suit their business. So coffee shops, restaurants, bartenders even would have things like this. Then you can absolutely do that with your heat press. You can heat print pretty much anything with the right equipment and the right transfers or heat transfer vinyl if that's what you use. We've had another question. How much are the pillows? Oh, that's a very good question. They are available online at styles.co.uk. I actually haven't looked for a while, but if you bear with me for a second, I can find that out for you because I have got my computer open. So just bear with me. Has anyone else got any other questions today? Because we have got a little bit more time before I'll stop talking at all of you. Okay, so here we go. Non-stick heat press pillows are from £25 and they come in, bear with me, they come in 1, 2, 3, 4 sizes, 40 by 50. You can have, oh, sorry, I stand corrected, 41 by 51 centimeters to be specific, 46 by 12, 25 by 25, which I think is this one that I've got here, and the 20 by 16. So they come in 4 sizes, and you can also purchase the 4 as a set as well. So you can either have all 4 together, or you can just purchase the size that you think you're going to need. I think we should utilize this one now, seeing as we've got it out. So this, we're still using a pillow, so we are going to need to readjust our pressure. However, we're gonna still check the pressure because this is a very large pillow that covers the whole platen. We don't need that. This is a much smaller one. So I'm not 100% sure if the pressure needs adjusting again. So we're just gonna check to be safe. So let's bring that down, and that's on a 2. So it is a little bit less than the big one. So I'm just gonna bring that down a tiny bit. And the product that we're printing on, yeah, that's on a 4, perfect. The product that we're gonna print on next isn't as thick as the apron. So I wanna make sure that our pressure is 100% accurate. Now I've got this little red tote bag today, and as you can see, that is creased. That has been screwed up, that's been folded. That's just not ideal, is it? It's a bit gross. So we're gonna pre-press this with our pillow, of course. So I'm just gonna slot it into the bag, like that. Wouldn't even know she's in there. Place it on the press. I'll do this one upside down just for argument's sake to prove a point. I am actually just gonna lift these edges off. So the points where the handle meets the bag are actually quite thick. And if I do it this way round, I can have those hanging off the press, which if you can, then why not? Bring that release paper on again. And pre-press for 5 seconds. We want to get all those creases out. We want to get any moisture out that's been in there while it's been sitting in its box. We don't want to apply a transfer to a garment that's wrinkly and slightly moisture, because that will mean that our transfer will come off a little bit. So we're going to leave the pillow in there. That has pre-pressed the area we want to. I'm actually just going to show how these pillows work, because if you look at this bag up close, you can see the pillow through this bag a little bit. But you can see where this is completely smooth, where the heat press pressure has pressed it, and then the top part is still a bit wrinkly. That is what heat press pillows do for the pressure. Can you see that? It's like perfect here, and it's still wrinkly here. That's why you need the perfect heat press pressure, okay? And that's why pillows are fantastic, because they really do give you perfect pressure on the area you want to heat apply to. We have a comment from Darren. Darren, I'm intrigued by this comment. It says, be on the lookout for a package. Hopefully it doesn't get held up in customs and I did the address correctly. Darren, what have you sent us? How intriguing. Okay, I'll go and check our delivery area after I've done this live, and I will get back to you, because that's very intriguing. I'm excited about that. Okay, back to the tote bag. Do we do one of these, or do we do, where's it gone? Or do we do this one, the Santa stop here for a pint? What should we print? Someone comment and tell me, this one or this one? We've had a comment, what code is the bag? That's also a very good question. Oh, here we go. There is a tag in there. Thank goodness for that. So this is a Westford Mill bag, and it's the W101S. If you want to screenshot that, there you go. That is the code for the bag. I believe this does come in different colors as well. I think I've got a black one over there somewhere. But yeah, this is the one we're using today. Placing it on here. Okay, no one's commented yet, so I'm just going to make an executive decision and hope that this one fits. Oh, I think that's probably going to be a bit too wide for that one. Bear with me, people. I'm going to grab some scissors. Don't go anywhere. We are still very much live streaming. I just need an accessory. See, this is why we have 2 people do this live normally, because Beth can jump in and get things that I've forgotten to get before the live. Let's check that this is the right size. Perfect. Right. This is an A4 gang sheet. You haven't posted yourself down. Well, I hope he hasn't posted it to himself, because I want to know what's in that package now. Right, this is an A4. We're just going to cut this down the middle. I've done one bigger and one slightly smaller, just because I wanted to really utilize the space on the sheet. If I was ordering an A4 ultra color, or like an Intra, for example, if it was a 1-color design, I've done one bigger and one smaller, just so I have options. So if you wanted to, for example, do like a bigger jumper and then like a tote bag to match, you're not stuck with 2 designs that are the same size. You can change up what you have on these gang sheets. If we can fit the bigger one on, we will. Yes, we can. Perfect. Let's do it slightly nearer the middle. Brilliant. Where's that release paper gone? Matt from Print Pro UK will be laughing at me right now, because I have found my release paper. Okay, 12 seconds under the Fusion IQ. I will also let everyone know while this one is applying that we do have heat press and transfer credit offers on at the moment, and they do end at the end of September, and it's the 20th today. So you've only got around about just over a week left to really maximize these offers. You can get, I think it's up to £200 or £300 transfer credit with these heat presses. So a fantastic, fantastic offer. And if you are thinking of upgrading your press, getting your first press, adding another press to your fleet of machines, 100% make the most of this offer. If you've been looking at the bundles, but you think to yourself, I don't really want all the stuff in the bundle, I just want the heat press and the transfer credit, this is your time. These are the ones you need. The Fusion IQ, this heat press right here, is in the offer. You can get her with, I believe it's $250, but don't quote me on that. A very, very good amount of transfer credit with this machine. We've also got the 360 in there. We've also got the auto open in there. We've also got the single air fusion as well. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. I believe there's like videos on our Instagram page of me telling you which transfer credits go with which press, which I should probably remember, shouldn't I? But here we are. So yes, there are very, very good offers for the heat presses at the moment. Make sure you don't miss out on those. And here we have our tote bag. How cute. Pour the holiday cheer. I love that. That's like the perfect bag. If you're just doing a little bit of Christmas shopping, you don't need loads, but you just want a little bit. It's really light as well. Like it's quite thin. It's not like a really thick tote bag like this one I did here. This is quite a bit heavier. And don't get me wrong, this is lovely. Like I love this tote bag. I'd probably be more inclined to use this one if I'm being honest, but it's quite big if you just want a couple of bits. This one is like the perfect have in your boot as an emergency kind of tote bag. So here we are, option A. And then this is one I prepared earlier. It's beginning to look a latte like Christmas. Love it. So we've got 2 tote bags. We printed 2 t-shirts, an apron and a sweatshirt. Have we got time for one more application? I think we might have. Let's do one more t-shirt. What's the time? It's 1:45. Oh, I'm nearly armchair detective. I'm nearly at my hour, but I might have to tap out at 55 minutes. I think we may have to call it quits there. Right. Let's recap what we've done today. So for those of you joining us on Instagram or on YouTube, Facebook, any of the channels now, rather than from the beginning, today we are heat printing Christmas apparel for local businesses, for different industries, rather than just your classic Christmas giftings and things like that. So we started off with this t-shirt. This is for cafes and restaurants. And as we discussed earlier, you can really make a significant profit from these businesses, even just in your local area, because they have multiple workers per shift. They have multiple shifts a day. Every worker that's going to work there a couple of times a week is going to need a different t-shirt for each shift. And yeah, they're going to need a lot. So you can produce probably minimum 200 t-shirts per restaurant or cafe, depending on the size of them, maybe 100 to 200, but there's good scope out there for this. So here's the cafe one. Then we have got, oh no, I've lost the other one. Where's it gone? Pure chaos behind this camera right now. Oh no, that's not the one. Where's it gone? It's here. Here we go. This is the next one. This is the restaurant one. Here we go. Very, very cute. So similar sort of thing. I think you probably get more quantity with this one than you would the cafe one, maybe. Depends on the size, but I don't know. So this is super cool. Then we did this one. So I've got this as a t-shirt and a sweatshirt. We've got the mechanic one with the Styles Hotronics logo on there, which of course would be whatever car shop, mechanic, whatever the company is. Just insert the logo in there. I love that one. We did also do it on a sweatshirt. So like I said earlier, they are probably working with the doors open in places like car shops, mechanics, things like that. So they might want something a bit more cozy, a bit more warm for the winter. So sweatshirts are a great thing to add to your range. Then jumping back to the cafe and restaurant sector, if you want to do different products to just t-shirts and things, you can do aprons. We can also heat print the like half aprons you see a lot of like waitresses wear in restaurants. So if you want to do the black restaurant shirt with the matching sort of apron, or just brand the apron up, maybe that would be cute. But you can also do things like this, the full apron, even with the pocket, by using those heat print pillows that we touched on earlier. And finally, we made, where's the tote bag gone? I've lost the tote bag. We were doing so well, guys. We were doing so well. Okay, here we go. We have the tote bag. There's so many things behind this camera right now. We've got the tote bag here, and then also the one I prepared earlier, which I'm definitely going to be stealing for Christmas because I love this one. Okay, we made it, people. Thank you very much for everyone for sticking with me. We have had a solid amount of viewers for this whole live. I cannot believe I've been talking at you for 15 minutes on my own. We've got Armchair Detective says, well done, Molly, thank you. True Vibes Clothing says, you've done an amazing job today on your own. Thank you very much, everyone. I do really appreciate you coming on this live with me. I absolutely love doing these. I love chatting to you guys every week, heat printing something different. Just an update for next week's live. We will be doing a live next Friday, but I won't be doing it because I'm not going to be here. Andy will be doing next week's live, and I think he's doing something heat press related. So make sure you're subscribed and signed up to the newsletter to be informed about that. And then we've got some very exciting lives coming up in the future. So we've got another collaboration with Europe, which we're going to show you how you could really start and grow a print business in 2025. So we're looking ahead to next year already. I know it's only September, but if you're serious about leveling up your business, then you are 100% going to want to watch this live. Or if you've been watching these videos for the last couple of months thinking, I really want to get started, I think this is my time, this is going to be the live that you need to watch. Okay, so we're going to do that with Europe, which is a fantastic collaboration. And we are also going to rerun our winter warm-up event as a Friday lunchtime live. So we had a lot of questions from people that couldn't make the event or didn't manage to get tickets because it was completely sold out. We 100% are going to redo that as a live. We had a lot of questions asking if we were going to record any of the talks, any of the sessions. We didn't at the event. We did do interviews with all of the brands that attended, so that will be coming out on our YouTube channel very soon so that you can all get an insight into the brands that were there, the products they've got, why you should buy them, what they print like, all of that stuff. But in terms of myself and Kat from Rallowise, who did the talks, and Andy, of course, we are going to redo that as a Friday live in a few weeks' time. We don't have a confirmed date yet, but I think it's going to be in 2 or 3 weeks. So make sure that you're subscribed for that. Armchair Detective says, Dane Clement, please, series 2. Yes, we are working on that, I promise you. I had a couple of messages back and forth with Dane this week. We are working on Artworking for Heat Transfers season 2. There are, I think it's 8 episodes currently on our YouTube channel for anybody who wants to go and take a look at what I'm talking about. Fantastic, in-depth, easy to follow artworking tutorials for custom heat transfer designs with the expert that is Dane Clement in the US. So please, please, please go and check those out. You will love them, I promise you. We've got things like, what's the difference between a PNG and a vector file? No, what is it? Vector and raster, something like that. We've got how to do transparent backgrounds. We've got how to do gradients, blends. There's so much in there. So go and check that out. And yes, we are working on season 2. Okay, I've spoken for long enough today. Thank you very much to everyone for joining me. I really appreciate you keeping me company. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks' time with another live, and to be with you next week. So thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you later.